Professor Mikhail here with Aces Jiu-Jitsu Club with the always awesome Coach Ty, and this is Ask a Black Belt. Specifically this black belt, me. Right. That being said, this is an opportunity for our aces, fans, followers, all that kind of cool stuff to ask some kind of jiu-jitsu questions or whatever questions they want to ask and get answers. So I'll take it away, Coach Ty.
We have a really interesting question here. Kick-ass ace Vanessa, she's writing here, what should I do to focus to maximize competitive longevity? And what does my post-competitive quality of life look like?
Okay, that's a two-part question, and I love that question. That's fantastic. This is a question that I have asked myself before, and I feel like I've found some pretty good answers around it. A lot of people they deal with training and using your body over time. You're going to have a certain injuries. Wear and tear. Injuries are going to happen. Right? And those kind of things just absolutely do happen. And some people fall off and, I'm never training again. And some people, they just recognize that as part and parcel, and they find ways around it, as they heal, and they don't let things get in the way of their goals. That being said, there are still things to mitigate certain dangers. And I'd say one of the dangers, and this is more for people that don't train at Aces, because as I've competed and traveled around the world and trained at lots of different places, and you've trained all over the world too,
yeah.
Right? There are certain cultures, and I don't mean like national cultures, but like organizational cultures that have more injuries involved, right?
Where people, a lot.
Absolutely. We've both seen it, right? Where people,
we've both been a part of it.
Yeah, we have. I don't know if we should knuck for that, right? That really comes down to being a part of an environment where people are trying to take care of you, and you have coaching staff that care about your actual longevity, right? And I'm going to get back into those things in just a second, but you want to make sure you're training in an environment where people take care of you. If you have training partners that are not taking care of you, you feel at some point that they're not taking care of you, I would communicate that, and I'm like, hey, what my mission is, hey, I'm just trying to get some good rolls in real quick. Feels like you're a little uncontrolled. Maybe we should slow it down a little bit. Right, and if they don't slow it down, I would I'd put a stop to it right then and say, hey, I'm just trying to get some flow rolls in, and I'd move on to somebody else. All right, I would. That's what I do. What I have done as I come up in the industry. That being said, there are other things to consider when competing, and I got this advice from the. This was fantastic advice I actually heard from Hoyler Gracie, right? And this advice was about how many times he goes hard per week, and like rolling hard is like only three times a week, right? Which was really awesome. Interestingly enough, I think that's really important for longevity as well. A lot of people, they just want to roll, right? Don't be a meme. Don't be a meme, right? I just want to bang, bro. Just let me bang, right? I just want to fight. You could be a ditch digger your whole life. Doesn't mean you're going to make money. You can roll your whole life. Doesn't mean you'll be a black belt. It just doesn't. And most people that think that's white belt mentality. And being a white belt's not your goal. Your mission is to be a black belt, and a great one, right? Your best self. That being said, I believe that I learn more when I slow things down and when I drill it and I record it in my mind. Places, points, and references that are important to making that technique or strategy work. That being said, drill more, and you don't have to worry about those things happening as much. And if something does start to feel like it's getting tweaked, you can choose another avenue, right? Because you're like, oh, let's stop there for a second. That kind of hurts my wrist, or that kind of hurts my leg, and maybe I need to adjust this technique for me. Right? And I would say that's a really important part. And don't forget, Helio Gracie, the developer of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, he trained until he was like 91 plus years old. Which means, if he could do it, I know I can do it, and I know you can do it. It just has to be centered around how we think about what Jiu-Jitsu looks like long term. Right? So anyway, drill more, roll intelligently, and choose partners that care. Right?
That's
so if we distilled it down to a few things.
Yeah.
All right? That's a great question. I love that one. All right. That being said, guys, make sure we love answering these questions. So you please make sure you send them out. If you can leave a comment in the comment section below, wherever that is on this channel. I'm stoked to hear from you, and we'll answer more questions. Keep training, keep growing.